problem. It should not create problem actually. I guess we last day we used it more. It was working. Let's make it 750. Still working. So maximum 700 it is taking. Not a problem. So now what I need to do, select the isoform, curve, and duplicate surface curve. Delete the surfaces and extra curves. Okay, so this will be the coil. Much more narrow. And you just need to place it over here. I'm giving a rotation to it so that this can be connected with this. Okay, this can be connected with this. That's how I have kept it. Okay, now what I did, let's make single polygon. So I combined it and make live, if you can remember. So maybe I'm starting from here. Directly, I'm just taking it over here and over here. I can see that's a problem. Later on, I'll check it and then click this off. I don't want that snapping once again. Now pressing C, snap to curve this time. Okay, and clicking over here and press enter. So the last point is actually matching, but in between I can see that there is a problem. So there is a vertex. Just delete it. All right. Selecting curve points. Curve and insert node. Let us check. So what I'm going to do, these two, keeping it very close, keeping it over here, and this, keeping it very close, and keeping it over here. So this is what we did, and after that what I did, select this, shift select this, curve, attach, and make sure you are connecting it. Keep horizontal off and attach. So now this is a single string. And after that, you know what to do, right? Taking this, selecting this, extrude. Sorry, did I mistake? All right, and make it, let's say 0.1, 0.02, maybe something like this. 0.01, 0.01, something like this. Okay, understood. Those who are facing problem with the string, so like this, you need to
Yes,
create
sir.
the string. Okay. Any other doubts, guys? No, right? Okay. Then I'll move forward. Today, let's start with the organic modeling. All right. So in organic modeling, I already discussed about the difference between organic modeling and inorganic modeling. Now, you people tell me what is organic modeling? Whatever you have understood, just let me know. What is organic modeling?
Modeling of living things.
Sorry, modeling
Of living things.
of living things.
Yes.
Correct, correct. Modeling of living things. And inorganic, generally non-living things. Non-living things means generally human made. I I segregate it in this way. One is human made, one is natural. Most of the natural objects are organic. Like uh, if you take the landscape or the land itself, okay, generally it is not having life. Okay, but if you take a planet, just imagine if you take the planet, okay, it is radiating energy, it is absorbing energy. How it is happening? So something is working, no? So any natural object, I personally feel any natural object, it is having a kind of life. So each and every planets, stars, it is also having a lifespan. So if the life is not there, how come the life is there? Okay. So you segregate it like that. One is natural object, one is human made object. Okay, made objects, most of the cases will be uh, inorganic. Exceptions definitely will come, both the cases. And most of the natural objects will be organic. Most of the cases, 98% cases, it will be like that. Some cases will be there. It will come to inorganic modeling. Okay. So today, let us start with the human body itself. Okay, not the entire human body. So I'll start little by little. Okay, so our today's job will be to create the human hand. Okay, only to create the human hand. All right. So now, actually, it would be better in a live session. But anyway, what should be the proportion of the human hand? Means how big the fingers will be and how big the palm will be. Can you answer me? How big or how long the fingers will be and how long the palm will be? What will be the proportion? Proportion you understand, right? 3 is to 2, 5 is to 5, 1 is to 1, 4 is to 3, like that. No, that's the body proportion. 7.5 8 human body. That's the body proportion. I'm asking what will be the proportion of fingers and the palm. Today we are analyzing. Just forget the rest of the human body, only the hand. What will be the proportion of the fingers and the palm? What do you think? Any idea, guys? Miss,
Sir, what
what
question?
you understood the question? I guess no. I'm asking what will be the proportion? Like if the human fingers are maybe 6 centimeter, then the palm will be 6 centimeter, or the palm will be 8 centimeter. So the proportion becomes 6:8. Like that, I'm asking you. Like, what should be the proportion between the fingers and the palm? This is the most important proportion of the human hand. So I'm asking you that. According to your observation, what do you think? What is the proportion? Or it is just half, half finger, half palm. That means 1:1. What do you think? What is the proportion? 90 50 means 9:5. So which part will be 9 part and which part will be 5 part? Shubham, fingers 5 part and palm 9 part. Okay, so that's an answer. Yes. Then anybody else? Come on, analyze it. Analyze. You check your own palm and then analyze it. Shubham gave an answer. Fingers 5 parts and the palm will be 9 parts. He has given an answer. And that is very close. Come on, guys, quickly. I'm expecting more answers because this is very important. The entire appearance of your hand model will depend on this. Okay, that is your observation. So, what is the just give us some number. What do you think? What should be the number? Like if it is this much centimeter, palm will be this much centimeter. What is that number? Or if
Between
the
sir,
finger,
between
yes,
sir finger
Sagar?
and palm, sir.
Yes,
Between
between finger and palm. Yes. how Shubham gave the answer? No, exactly that kind of answer I am expecting. Nitai, 5 is to 4. Now, Nitai, which part is 5? Finger is 5. Okay. You were also very close. Okay. More answers, please. Expecting more answers. 5 is to 3. Which part is 5? Okay. So, you mean to say fingers are longer than the palm. Palm is 5 and finger is 3. Then you were close. Then you were close. Caroline is saying both have the same ratio. Okay, all right. You were also close, Caroline. Jinal, 3 is to 4. Which part is 3? Finger. Finger is 3 and palm is 4. You were also close. Anybody else? Come on, guys. Anybody else? 4 is to 5. Which part is 4, Sagar? Finger is 4, palm is 5. You were pretty close. Okay, any other answer? 4 is to 6. Shubham. Which part is 4? Finger. Okay. Okay, all right. Jinal, 4 is to 4 means you were agreed with Caroline's answer. Both have the same ratio. Nitai, 5.4 is to 5. Nitai, which part is 5.4?
Sir, it's 5 to 4.5.
Okay, which part is 5? Finger.
Yeah, finger and palm is
Palm is 5.4. So far,
4.5.
yes, 4.5. Okay, 5 is to 4.5. Palm is 4.5. Nita, is it? Finger is 5
Yes, sir.
and palm is 4.5. Okay, okay. All of you are very close. Now, I'm giving the answer. You know, all of you in front of you, your palm is your hand is there. No, so while I am telling you, just check it carefully. Okay, see your palmar side of your hand. Palmar side, you understand, right? The palm side means the inside of the hand. Just face it towards you and check your hand. Okay, I'm telling you the proportion. All of you, just keep the hand in front of you and keep the palmar side of your hand facing towards you. And this proportion is, yes, the palm is bigger in this case, okay? So the palmar side, the palm is 6 and the finger is 5, okay? Palm is 6 and the fingers are 5. So the proportion is palm is to finger, 6 is to 5, okay? But you just keep the palm opposite, opposite side, means the upper side towards you, facing towards you. In this case, the finger up to the knuckle, the proportion, and from the knuckle to the wrist, the proportion is same. So in that case, it is 5 is to 5. That means 1 is to 1. Okay. So both the sides will be the same from the back side, means from the upside, opposite of the palmar side. But in the palmar side, the proportion is 5 is to 6. Finger is to palm. 5 is to 6. That's the proportion. You need to remember this. So don't think the finger and palm, both the sides, it is the same. No, it is different. So while telling the numbers, you were telling the numbers, you were pretty close. All of you, your observation was correct. Only one number difference. You were telling 4 is to 5, like that. Your so Nitai's last answer was pretty close, pretty close. 5 is to 5.5, pretty close. So it's basically 5 is to 6. That's the average. But yes, guys, you take a scale and measure your own hand, and I'm sure it will be 5 is to 5.8, 5 is to 5.9, 5 is to 5.7. So all the hands should be different, different, right? But the average proportion is 5 is to 6, palmar side. Opposite side, it is the same. Finger is to palm. Okay, you need to remember this. While modeling, while doing the blocking, we have to maintain the same. Okay, all of you guys understood? This is very important. That is the reason I gave so much of time in this, so that you people will remember. Yes. So now let us go back to Maya, and we'll start modeling the human hand today. So okay, now many more analysis is needed. For this, tell me what should be the primitive? What should be the primitive? Cylinder. Okay. Anything else? Cylinder. Okay. Why you people are telling cylinder? Any reason? Because the fingers are cylindrical in shape. Okay, cube. As the square is a two-dimensional shape. Okay, cube. Yes, it's cube. Okay, it's cube. Why it is cube? Any reason? Why it is cube? Because of the palm shape. They are long. Okay. While analyzing, because that is our first step, isn't it? The basic primitive. That is our first
सर
step. Yes, Sagar?
सर सिलेंडर इसलिए कि मतलब सर हैंड थोड़ा डिटेल में है ना, तो सिलेंडर में ज्यादा डिविजन होते हैं, इसलिए डिटेल करने के लिए सिलेंडर.
Okay, got it. Okay. So while analyzing a basic primitive for any object, you need to remember one thing. Uh, Most of the cases organic models. Okay. Suppose you were making the Davy Jones character. Davy Jones character, all of you know Davy Jones character. Any of you know Davy Jones character? Have you seen the movie Pirates of Caribbean? Hmm. So in that one character is there, no? The Davy Jones character, Davy Jones. So he is having tentacles on his face. Can you remember that character? With so many tentacles. Yes. Suppose you are modeling that character. Okay. Now tentacles are there, so it will be very easy that we are using cylinders for those tentacles. But while analyzing for a primitive, our first job is to cut the limbs. We are not going to calculate the limbs. Okay. So if we are creating divisions character, so first we'll cut the limbs, we'll analyze the head first, and then gradually we'll come to the tentacles. Okay. Now, in this case, we are talking about the hands. So, in the human hands, the fingers are like those tentacles. So, we are not going to analyze the tentacles. Those are limbs. Palm is the main body. So, we are going to analyze the palm. And when we look at the palm, it is more of a cube than a cylinder. I'm not saying with a cylinder you cannot do it. To be very honest, with a cylinder, uh, maybe you can do a better block in if you are experienced enough. But at the beginning, no. At the beginning, you should start with a cube. Okay, because the palm, if you analyze the palm, if you see the palm, it is more cubic than cylindrical shape. All right. So I'm taking a cube. I'm starting with a cube, and then let's start blocking the palm first. I'm not thinking about the fingers. I'm thinking about the palm. So let's do the blocking. I'll model it on the grid. The wrist should be, suppose this is the wrist side. It should be smaller than the finger side. Is that okay? Coming to the side view, this is the wrist side. It has to be much more thicker than the palm side. This will be the wrist, and this will be the finger side. In the finger side, I'm keeping enough room to create 4 fingers in front. It can go a little bit more. Tell me, is that fine so far? This is the palm blocking basically. I'll rectify it more, but this is the initial stage of it. Okay, now from the front, I have to create room. I guess I need to go to the back camera. I need to create room for 4 fingers. So what I'm going to do, let's create the index finger, create the middle finger. Can you see I'm keeping a little bit more space for the middle finger? The ring finger, and I'm keeping very little space for the little finger. Okay, so all the 4 divisions are not same. So from the starting itself, I am taking care of okay. So for 4 fingers, I have added the 3 divisions so that we are getting four separate segments like this. And now, you know what? This is not straight. Okay, our hand is like this. Fingers are aligned like this. If in front you are looking at your finger, just keep your hand in front of your eyes, fingers facing towards your eyes, and you can see it is not straight, but it is somewhere like this. All right. So what I'm going to do, selecting this, moving it up, selecting these two, moving it up, and making it a kind of this shape, circular shape. Is that okay? Hmm. Just save it. Now coming to the top view, you know what? It it has to be a little bit less the proportion. From the perspective view, it's very difficult to maintain the proportion. You know, always come back to the top view and check how exactly the length is. Okay. Now this is the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. Now the alignment is not straight for all the fingers, but it is also circular. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the middle finger as it is. The index finger will go a little bit downward. The ring finger will go a little bit downward. And the small finger will go more. So it is not exactly circular, but these two similarly coming behind, and this will come more. So this is the actual block-in of the palm. Now what I'm feeling when I kept it behind, it can be, no, it's all right, absolutely fine. Okay, so tell me, is that okay so far? Understood? All right. So I'm keeping things very simple, no complications. Okay. Now our next job will be to block in the fingers. So let us block in the fingers. You can understand. I just need to extrude the faces to create the fingers. Selecting this. Okay. Now before that, in the fingers, how many joints are there? Means how many bones are there in the fingers? Three bones are there. Okay. And those bones are called? Those bones are called? Any of you? The bones are called phalanx. Okay. The bones are called phalanx. Okay. Next day, uh, I'm giving you a home task. All of you need to describe phalanx. 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 So one bone is called phalanx, and all the three bones are called in plural phalanges. Okay. The finger. Yes, phalanx. So now your home task is next day I will ask you to describe all the bones of the human hand. Okay. So at the wrist we are having 8 carpal bones. In the palm we are having 5 metacarpal bones, and we are having three phalanges, and in the thumb we are having only 2 phalanges. That's the structure of the human hand. So you need to describe this. Next day I'll ask you the bone structure of the palm. Okay. So all of you, before modeling, if you are having anatomical knowledge, then that will support you in each and every steps of your modeling. No, Sagar, whole body gradually will come to the whole body, but for now, next day only palm. Definitely, at the end of the modeling, you will come to know about the whole body. But for now, only palm. Okay. So let's learn a little bit anatomy out of it. Okay. So we have seen three phalanges are there for each finger. So let's extrude the first phalanges. So sorry, I'm not extruding like this. Then it will look like finger is broken in global axis, and then scale it. Though it is circular, but finger is coming straight. So this is the first phalanx, making it a little bit small. Second phalanx, again global axis. Distance will be a little bit less. And third phalanx. Is that okay? Later on, I'll come back and from the top view, I'll check the proportion if everything is going fine. But I feel in terms of the palm, the finger is looking a little bit too much, isn't it? So I'm selecting the vertices, reduce the height a little bit. That's fine. Okay. So now you may be thinking, sorry, I did a mistake. It has to be like this. Actually, at the very first extrusion, no, I could have done this. These are looking fine, but this side, I can see it is not proper. Now it is fine. Okay, so the first finger. Now let's go to the second finger. In a first finger, another thing can be done, like these two, these three, in fact, instead of making it very straight because it is organic, right? Make it a little bit tilted like this, and the third one too much tilted like this. So it is looking more finger-like shape, right? So the same thing I'm going to do with this, and just check it the same thing once again. So I'm extruding it a little more, isn't it? Because it is the middle finger. Okay. Now, first thing I forgot to do for that finger, what I am going to do, so there is no distortion now. So now selecting this and pushing it downward. I'm giving a little bit action to this finger, to the fingers.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, you moved edges. सर आपने मतलब edge move किया.
Sorry.
आपने सर edge moves किया middle finger का edge select करके for distortion.
To make this,
No sir, for distortion.
over here,
Over.
no? Yes, by selecting the you select the edge or you select the vertices, doesn't matter.
Okay, sir.
Both will work. You just need to scale it so that it will come on one plane, no? That's what I was doing. And let's rotate a little bit. The same rotation I'm giving actually in this stage only. All right. And now let's extrude it a little more downward. Already the rotation is there. Scale it down a little bit. Scale it down and giving the rotation to the last place. Something like this. Okay, so this was the middle finger, little bit longer than the index finger. Now the ring finger. Extrude, global axis. So the same thing I'm doing again and again. See, selecting the edge, scale it down, select the edge, scale it down. This will be fine, I guess, both the sides. Now selecting it, pushing it down. You can extrude just straight. That is absolutely fine. Rotating it a little bit. Little smaller. Extrude. Once again, a little less. Scale it down. Again, extrude. Scale it down. And rotate the last face. Okay. Now the fourth finger, selecting it, extrude. So the first extrusion, what I need to do, edge, edge, a little bit rotation, again extrude, the little finger will be actually little, and again extrude. How much it should come? Up to this phalanx. And then last face. Okay, so which step I am in? I'm doing the blocking, right? Understood so far, guys? Okay, easy, right? So far. Now I have to do, so go to the top view once again, checking the proportion. It's almost fine. It's almost fine. So how to check it? Create measure tool. We are having measure tool and distance tool. Distance tool. Okay. So from here, this is the wrist to the knuckle is 6.7. All right. And from here to the knuckle 6.1. Wow. Almost fine. Okay. Little difference is there. So what we understood out of it, this entire thing could be a little smaller. No, I will keep it like that only because wrist, the entire wrist is not there. Okay, because after that the arms will be joined, then the wrist will be increased. I think this is absolutely fine. I'm not going to change anything. So I'll just delete this tool. All right. So now coming to the fifth finger, that is the thumb. But the thumb will be created in this side. Okay. So for that, one thing guys need to remember that most of the cases that will be a mistake of the students, like they will give one loop like this, they will select the side face and they will just extrude it for the thumb, and this is a very Big mistake. It's not like that. Okay. So how to do that? First, thumb will be starting somewhere from here, and in between the end of the index finger and the starting point of the thumb, there is a gap. Just check in your hand. All of you, just check in your hand. There is a gap. There is a huge gap between these two. Thumb will not just start from here itself. No, there is a huge gap in between. So what we are going to do, I'm giving one loop over here first. All right, maybe at the middle, somewhere at the middle, approximately. And then there are several ways to make the thumb. Thumb is a very tricky object to model. You can create the thumb. You can extrude from here, can create the thumb. You can select both of these, extrude it, and create the thumb. What I feel personally, by selecting this, creating the thumb, it is a little bit tricky, but the maximum result can be attained by extruding this face. Okay, so I'll show you how to create the. These are pretty simple, right? You are just extruding the thumb from here. You know it how to do it. But how to extrude this and create the thumb is a little bit tricky. But the best result you can get out of it. So let's check. First of all, let's make it a square, almost square shape. Let's make it. So selecting the edges. Okay, I'm just scaling it so that it will be flattened, and now it is almost square in shape. It's all right. Is that fine, guys? Okay. Now looking at it from the side view, rotating towards the front approximately 45 degree, because thumb will come out towards the front approximately 45 degree. Is that okay? And coming to the back view and rotating it towards the outside 45 degree. This is very important. This rotation is very important. Tell me, all of you understood the rotation? All right. Towards the front 45 degree, towards the outside 45 degree. You need to remember that only. Okay. Yes, Shekhar, I can show it once again. It was like that, right? So see, towards the front, I'm rotating it 45 degree, and coming back, and towards the outside, I'm rotating it 45 degree. Something like this. Okay, you need to remember this. All right. So this is fine. Now I'm extruding it. First extrusion. I'll come back to this. Don't worry. The height is too much. Sorry, the thickness is too much. So reducing it. So this is the metacarpal bone. This is not the phalanx, metacarpal bone. Okay, so here the metacarpal bone ends basically. It can be a little smaller. Here it ends, metacarpal bone. Then extrude once again. I'm not giving any rotation or anything. Okay, so scale it down a little bit. Once again. So this was the first phalanx and this is the second phalanx. Okay, so what is the height of the thumb? Approximately, if the thumb will come towards that side, will rotate towards that side. So this is the first phalanx of the index finger. So approximately half of the index finger, the height of the thumb is. All of you can check in your own hand and you will understand this. So I have done the extrusion. So no rotation, nothing. Just keep it like that. Okay. Just need to keep it like that. And actually, here this is the nail. Okay. This is the nail. So selecting this one and all right. So that was the thumb. Selecting this. Now everything will fall in its place automatically. Everything is fine now. All right. So this is a block-in of the human hand. Only the block-in. From a distance, you look at it, you will feel like, yes, the hand is there. And that's called the block-in. With a very minimum number of polygons. It will give the appearance of that particular object. So that's called the block-in. Tell me guys, so far it is fine? Okay. I will not moving anymore. Okay. Today only this much, only the block-in. So all of you next day make sure you have done with the block-in. Otherwise next part you will not be able to remember. All of you do the block-in. Okay, and next I'll check the block-in. In the classroom also, if you are working, if you would have worked in the classroom now in this month of October, then I would do the same thing. After the block-in, I would tell you like now you do this, show me the block-in, and then I'll move forward. So the same thing I'm doing over here, but make sure you are doing it because at home I will not be there. So what you are doing, I don't know. So make sure you are doing the block-in, showing it to me next day, and then I'll move forward. All of you, this is your responsibility for your betterment. Okay. All right. So, guys, this much for today. Only the block-in of human hand and the anatomy you need to study, the bone structure of the human hand you need to study, and definitely your modeling will be better and better if you are studying the anatomy. I I I will ask about only the bone structure of the human hand next time. Okay. So okay, guys, one by one, you can present your screen and can show me your models now. We'll share first. We'll share first. Come on, quickly. Hmm. Now, Shivam, go close. Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Shivam, don't you think the body is looking a little bit too much elongated and bigger? Yes, in proportion. I'm feeling so.